Jimmy Neutron, bro. Keeping it real. Okay. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live with Boxes of Comics. I'm your host, Boxes of Comics. This week we have another special guest. His name, Logan. Say hello to Logan, Logan.
Hi,
Say
Logan.
hello. Yeah. So, sometimes we get
Hello,
people,
audience.
sometimes we don't. So, it should be
Hey,
fun.
but is it recorded? Does it go on YouTube when it's done?
It does go on YouTube when it's done, so you could show all your friends and family.
When you blow up, I'll be like, I was one of his original guests.
I've already blown up. I'm almost to 90 people. What are you talking about? I got 85 subscribers, 200 on Instagram, and 6 on Twitter.
More than I ever had. I started a YouTube channel when I was 13, and I had one video get more than like 5,000 views, but then nothing else did anything. And I got maybe 4 subscribers.
Very nice. So, this week we finally are going to read absolutely everything you need to know about Marvel. And obviously, it's a pretty thick book. As I quote my friend Matt Skura from last week's live video, it's dummy thick. His words, not mine. So, we are going to start. And I'm going to read off what it says, and then Logan, you can give your opinion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it says it starts with chapter 1, wherever that is. Oh, it says it starts off on page 8. Okididokity. Here we go. Chapter 1, characters.
The best one is T'Challa. That's my input.
Oh, I could tell. Okay, so then you got the different Spider-Man on the next page. Hello! We have my brother Colin in the room. Hello, Colin.
Colin, I haven't seen you since you were like a baby.
Now he could walk and talk. Got some quotes from Captain America. Okay, we are going to start out with Captain America. This is interesting because it's not like an actual book where you read. It just seems to like give some facts. So let's go.
It's like an information book.
Yeah, it's very informative.
Okay.
Did you know that I am taller than Steve Rogers? I'm 6
That's how Steve Rogers.
He's 6'2".
I'm taller than Steve Rogers. I only have an inch on him though. You have several.
I have several, yes. But he is very, very heavy at 240 pounds.
Yeah, he's back at an extra 70 compared to me.
And he's very fast. He could run up to 50 kilometers per hour.
What is that in miles per hour?
I don't know.
I'll do a quick Google.
Yeah, let's Google this.
It said 50 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, yeah. You probably like divide it in half.
It's 30 miles per hour.
He's a pretty fast boy.
How fast was Usain Bolt?
Who cares?
I do now. I want to know if he's the fastest man alive.
Captain America is.
He is.
He is.
Usain Bolt runs 28 miles per hour. So Captain America is the fastest man alive, except for Flash. No, Flash is DC. Crap. Never mind.
Yes. Okay.
Quicksilver.
Yes. But then Marvel killed him off like in his first movie in the Avengers sequel.
That's true.
I wonder if he'll be back though for WandaVision.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited. The trailer was kind of weird. Kind of lost me a bit. But I'm excited anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. The top 5 stand-ins and sidekicks for Captain America. Number 1, Sam Wilson, which is Falcon. He's in the MCU. Then you got Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier.
Yep. 1 and 2 are easy. I have no idea what's coming after this.
No. Next is Roscoe Simmons.
I don't even know who that is.
He becomes the next Captain America when Captain America becomes Nomad. Don't know. Oh, maybe he'll be in the what's it called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Maybe that would be cool.
Because they
Although
have
Falcon's playing in for Captain America now, right?
right, but you have the U.S. soldier as Captain America. Because I think they're going to take away, the government's going to take away Falcon's thing as title as Captain America.
That's dumb. Okay.
Yeah. Then you have Dave Rickford, who was used by Nick Fury to convince Steve Rogers to resume his role as Captain America. So this guy was like, "Hey, I'm dressing up as Captain America," and think Captain America was like, "No, I'm Captain America," and he became Captain America again. And then you have John Walker, who takes up the role when Rogers resigns before becoming the U.S. agent. So there you go. What else? His real name is Steve Rogers. His occupations are Army Captain, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he likes to draw. His strength?
I didn't know he liked to draw.
He is slow aging. He's an inspirational leader, expert fighter, physically perfect in every way, and he has great integrity. Very nice. Anything else you want to say about Captain America before we move on?
I would just like to point out a specific quote from Avengers Endgame about his perfect physical physique.
Oh, yes.
And that he has America's ass.
That is true. That is true. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Next up, we have Marvel's version of Aquaman, Namor, who is supposed to be the villain in Black Panther 2.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard of Namor. I'm going to have to actually research into him now.
Well, there you go. Good thing we're researching right now. That's what he looks like. He kind of looks like a black guy.
Now that I look at him, yeah, I feel like I've seen him before in the comics. I just didn't know he was.
Yeah. He's like the poor man's Aquaman. Let's see. What does it say? It says, Namor is the ruler and protector of the underwater kingdom of Atlantis. He has amazing aquatic abilities. Born to a royal Atlantean mother and a human father, Namor is frequently at odds with surface dwellers, but he fights alongside them when he feels that it's in Atlantis' best interest. Sounds like Aquaman.
Yeah, it's just Aquaman.
It's Marvel's version of Aquaman. But he has gills. I don't think Aquaman has gills. See that? On his arm.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I don't know. He kind of reminds me of the Deep from The Boys on Amazon Prime.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, that's a very good. It's a show on Amazon Prime, and it's about superheroes that they have powers, but they use them for their own well-being instead of for good or evil. Yeah, it's fun. It's very adult humor and adult, mature audience for sure. But I enjoyed it. And the episodes are 45 minutes long, so they're not too bad. Okay, back to reading. In the possible future of Earth X, which is part of the multiverse, Namor is responsible for the demise of Johnny Storm of the Fantastic Four. As penance, Franklin Richards, Mr. Fantastic, then has to alter reality so that one half of Namor's body is always ablaze in flames.
Why?
I don't know. That's just what it says.
Solid.
Yeah. What else? Okay, let's read this. During the beginning of the Namor series in Marvel Comics, There was a character named Todd Arliss, who was an Olympic swimmer who injures his spine in a publicity stunt and undergoes an experiment to mix his DNA with Namor's and a shark. He turns into the aquatic razor-toothed villain known as Tiger Shark.
I've never heard of Tiger Shark.
No, I have not heard of him either. Moving on. We are now on to the top 3 most powerful beings in the universe. Number 1.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Okay. In the Marvel Universe, top 3, what's number 1? Oh, I have 2 in head, but I don't know which one I want to pick. I'm going to pick Galactus as number 1.
Okay. Well,
Is that wrong?
Well, it's number 2 and 3.
Oh, Galactus is number 1?
No.
Oh, okay. The Phoenix Force?
No.
Not even on there?
Not even on there, fool.
Frick.
I don't know who these people are, and I don't think you're going to know who they are.
Oh, really? Okay, if you don't know who they are, I'm not going to know who they are.
Yeah, they're very tough. Or you might, 2 out of 3. You want to guess 2 out of 3, or should I give you?
Galactus isn't in the top 3.
No, he's not.
Okay, is Ego's not one of the 3, is he?
No. Do you need a hint?
Have any of them shown up in Marvel movies?
No, not the MCU. No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Ooh, that was a hint. You said not the MCU.
I know. Do you need a hint?
I do need a hint.
One is from the Fantastic Four. Another is
Doctor
from
Doom?
XMen. And then
Apocalypse.
Okay, yeah, that's number 3. Apocalypse.
Okay. So who's X-Men? I mean,
that was X-Men.
Is it Doctor Doom?
No, it's Franklin Richards, the son of Susan and Reed Richards.
Remind me what he does.
I don't.
Draw a blank.
Says he can manipulate reality, molecules, time, and even see the future.
Okay, well, who was the last one that I did not have any idea?
So number 3 was Apocalypse.
Okay.
Number 2 was Proteus, and I've never heard of him.
What's he from?
X-Men? I don't know. It says he could warp reality and can take over a human body at his host.
Ooh.
I don't know. Let's Google this right now.
It's a good idea. Proteus?
Yeah, Proteus. It says it's a bacteria. Let me type Proteus Marvel. He's also called Mutant X, and it's a character in American comic books published by Marvel, mostly associated with the X-Men. Here, let me get a picture. He kind of looks like the Silver Surfer.
A little bit.
A little bit.
He looks more demented than the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, looks like an evil Silver Surfer.
Who was the other?
Apocalypse,
person?
Proteus, and Franklin Richards.
Franklin.
Those are 3 ranked number 3, number 2, and number 1. I didn't realize Mr. Fantastic had a kid.
I didn't either.
Because that would make them like the Fantastic 5.
Oh shoot! So Franklin Richards is actually a good guy. It looks like.
Oh. Yeah, because it just
And
says
it looks like he ends up.
It doesn't say most evil.
It also looks like, according to Google, he marries Cyclops' daughter, Rachel Summers.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder if the MCU is going to do something like that.
That would be cool.
Okay.
Continue.
So you have right underneath that, it says the top 4 most cosmic entities. and you're not going to know any of these.
Okay, then just say them.
Yeah. Okay. So it says these beings exist outside of everything and possess vast powers over space, time, and existence. It goes on to list infinity, and he embodies the entirety of space. You have Lady Death, can give and
I
take
would have known Lady Death.
pleases, because like, oh look, it's Tony Fett. Hello, Tony. Because Lady Death, she was
The reason that Thanos
motivation in the
collected,
comics to kill the universe. And then it says Oblivion, he embodies all that is nothingness. So I haven't heard of him. So
Who was the fourth one? Infinity, Lady Death, Oblivion, and
oh, it just lists 3. It says top 4, but it only gives number 3.
huh?
Right?
Interesting.
Oh, the Beyonder.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it was right above it. And the Beyonder, was he in Guardians of the Galaxy? Is that what? No, that was Ego.
Yeah, that was Ego.
Yeah, that wasn't the Beyonder. But I feel maybe the Beyonder like did a. I feel like that was Benicio del Toro's character that had the purple stone.
Oh no, that was just the Collector.
No, okay, never mind. Oh, the Beyonder was where Thor was during Ragnarok. That's what it was, because those two are brothers. So you had the Collector by Benicio del Toro, but then you also have the other funny guy play. Let me pull it up. Or I could be totally wrong. Hang on. Beyonder MCU. I was completely wrong.
I was about to say, it doesn't look like Beyonder's been in the MCU yet. He is an infinite dimensional, beyond dimensional entity.
Yes.
With near omnipotence and omnipresence and near omniscience.
Yes. But according to Google, so I don't know how
accurate it may be.
Accurate it is. It says the Beyonder will appear in Avengers in the next Avengers movie and will set the MCU up for Galactus. So that'll be interesting because that would kind of be like how Loki set up for Thanos, because he did that in the first movie, in the first Avengers, and then Thanos came in 3 and 4. But that's Google. I don't know how trustworthy Google is.
Typically, Google's right.
Yeah, I'd say about 80% of the time.
I'd agree with that number.
Okay. Next up, you have Iron Man and all his armors. So there's like the big guy.
So many.
He does. So like there's the original armor.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Let's see what this says. Yeah. No, just list all of his armor. You got the classic gray armor, which was in Iron Man 1 when he escaped the tyrants and the super terrorists. Then you got the Iron Man Destroyer, which he fought Thor with in the comics. Then you have the Hulk Buster, and that was in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
He fought Hulk with that.
And Bruce Banner used Hulkbuster.
Yes, he did. Then it says the classic red gold armor, the silver armor, War Machine's armor, a Hydra suit. And the Hydra suit, That was in the beginning of the Avengers movie. Like when it first shows Tony Stark, if you go back and rewatch, it'll show him underwater fixing a pipe, and then he'll come
Hmm.
out from the water and fly off back to Stark's towers. It says that there are a total of 52 suits and counting. So that's pretty interesting. Because I think in the MCU, I think he got to like 47 or 48. I don't know if he got to all 52. Flip the next page. It says top 5 Iron Man suits. Number 5 is the Hydro suit, which we just talked about. Then you have his space armor Mark III, which is back-mounted rocket thrusters and an onboard AI called Pepper, enabled Tony to be a true member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's interesting because
Thor is going to be in the next Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah. In the comics some of the Guardians of the Galaxy comics I have, Iron Man's part of them. And I was confused, but this kind of explains. Number 3, you have his stealth armor Mark II, which is equipped with active camouflage, and you can't fight what you can't see. So that's interesting. That reminds me of Spider-Man, not Peter Parker, the other one, Miles Morales, because
oh yeah,
in the into the Spider-Verse, he's got like a superpower that could turn him invisible. So that reminds me of that. Then you have number 2, the Iron Destroyer, which is handy when Thor's evil uncle attacks Earth. That's all it says.
Who's Thor's evil uncle?
I don't know. Another Google.
I know his evil sister, and I know his evil brother, but they took care of his evil brother without. Who's Odin's brother?
Evil uncle. I don't know. Name of Thor's evil uncle. It says
Serpent.
Yeah, Cole
Borson.
The serpent. But more importantly, he's the Asgardian of fear. So I wonder if he'll be in Thor 4.
Well, Thor 4 and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 are the same movie, right?
No, they're different. James Gunn said he's not going to have Thor in his movie.
Oh, so Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is not going to have Thor.
No, it won't.
But Thor: Love and War will still be. Will that have Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
Oh, so they're just going to be completely separate.
Yeah, because
Endgame completely misled us.
Yeah, because James Gunn said that he wasn't going to have Thor in his movie because then that takes away from all of his other main characters to focus on. So, and that was kind of part of the dispute why he left or why he was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because he didn't want Thor in his movie, but Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel, did. And so Kevin Feige got fired, or not Kevin Feige, James Gunn was fired, and then he worked on the Suicide Squad movie, the new one. And then he's coming back for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because Kevin Feige said, okay, no Thor. So they're going to be different movies.
It's fine with me.
Yeah. Okay, here's some facts about Iron Man. His real name is Anthony Edward Stark. His strengths: he's a genius level intellect. He has leadership, engineering skills, and combat skills. His weakness is that he needs to stay he needs to stay with technology in order to stay alive. He is an alcoholic, and he has a very big ego. And that was in Iron Man 2, where he had his alcohol problems, and then War Machine took the suit. And then it says the power source: Iron Man's suits enhance durability and strength, fire repulsor blast, and grant supersonic flight. And then it says foes: too many to mention. Allies: also too many to mention. But to name a few: War Machine, Iron Patriot, the Avengers, and Mr. Fantastic. So that's interesting.
Did Disney ever buy the rights to Fantastic Four yet?
Yes. So because they bought Fox a year and a half ago now.
That's right. So they have everyone but Spider-Man.
Yeah, because they shared the rights to Spider-Man
with Sony.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, they have everybody now. I think. I'm pretty sure.
They need to redo the XMen series.
They do. It just got too confusing because we saw one together so long ago. Was it?
I don't remember which it was.
I can't remember. I think it was First Class. It was the one where Magneto and Professor X were both young, and your dad.
Yeah, you're right. I do remember that. Dude, that was at least a decade ago.
I know. It's like one of the only memories that like I can really remember.
You guys went and moved across the country.
Yeah. Was that around the same time?
No, it was a couple years after, I think. But.
Yeah. Because I remember your dad took us to see that X-Men First Class. And then I remember there's a scene where they like enter a strip club or something, and then I remember like your dad struggling to like cover all of our eyes. And like I've never seen your dad move so fast to like block all 7 of us.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And then I think we saw that instead of going to see Where the Wild Things Live. Because I know
I never saw that movie.
And then we ended up missing the movie time. And so I think we saw that instead. So.
That's a better memory than I have.
Yeah. It's funny because like I remember all the embarrassing stuff, but I don't remember anything like.
Well, so most of my memories is just you, me, Luke, Gabe, and Chase, like making our own superhero characters and just playing them around in your backyard and your basement and stuff.
Yeah. And playing the Wii.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean on the Wii.
Yeah. I remember.
Sometimes.
I think it was you and Gabe that came over for a sleepover because I think Luke was busy doing something with your mom, and like there was like some new iCarly movie. And there was like and like we had put out the bed, and then like our upstairs loft living room was like right up next to my parents' bedroom. And so I remember us like counting down from like 10 with like Nickelodeon, and we were like jumping up and down, and all of a sudden my mom comes and like yells at us. She's like, "What are you doing? It's 9:00 at night."
We're about to watch Miranda Cosgrove and whoever plays Sam, I forget her name.
Yeah. That was funny. Okay. Moving on from Iron Man. It looks like AntMan now. Yeah. And what's interesting...
Which AntMan is it using? Is it using Pym or Lang?
No, it talks about both, but it uses Hank Pym because Hank
He is the
Pym,
original Ant-Man,
yeah,
so
he's the original Ant-Man, and then in the comics and in the cartoons and stuff, it's also Lang, or not Lang, it's Pym.
him.
Yeah, because they decided to use Scott Lang for the Marvel movies, not the cartoons. Because I remember watching like the cartoons and stuff. But
Here's a question for you real quick, talking about dual identity superheroes. It's
okay.
not Marvel, but when I was growing up watching Justice League, I always knew Flash as Wally West. But in the new Flash like TV series, he's Barry Allen. Which is the original Flash?
I think Barry Allen.
Okay, so I was lied to my whole life.
Yeah, I think 90%. I'm 90% sure it's Barry Allen, because that's who. Yeah, it is, because that's who the CW Flash show focuses around.
Okay.
Barry Allen, and then in all the in like the adult cartoons of, I don't want, like, it's funny because I say adult cartoons because it's like violent and swearing and like all that fun stuff.
Mm.
Um, it's not like Justice League Unlimited, but in the Justice League adult cartoons on like HBO Max and on like other stuff, they used the original. They used Barry Allen, and then they made Wally West Kid Flash.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question.
It does.
Cool. All right, so what can I start with? It says fast facts. The real name is Dr. Henry Hank Pym. Aliases are Ant-Man, Goliath, Giant Man, Yellow Jacket, Wasp, and Ultron. So that's kind of interesting because in the comics, Ant-Man helps create Ultron, but then in the movies, because Ant-Man was introduced after Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie is probably the worst Avengers movie, I think.
I would definitely agree. I made a tier list one time of my favorite Marvel movies, and it was close to the bottom.
The only thing like the movie had related to the comic is the name. Everything else was like completely different. And like it was directed by Joss Whedon, who did Justice League. And I hate Joss Whedon. I think he's awful. Like just like an awful director, not an awful person. I don't know him well enough to judge, but I don't like his movies. I feel like he completely like destroyed what Zack Snyder was like trying to build with his Justice League movie after he had to step away.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I found my list of my MCU movie rankings. It goes through 22 movies.
Oh yeah.
And because countered Hulk, I had Age of Ultron at 20 out of 22.
Yeah.
So I did not have it favorable.
Yeah, because the Incredible Hulk movie was like, because I think
that's 22 out of 22, by the way.
Yeah, there's a 2003 Incredible Hulk, but then they rebooted it to be put in the MCU, and so that's the 2008 one.
That's the one that's last place on my list.
Yeah. Because it was awful. And then like they casted Edward Norton for the Incredible Hulk, but then he didn't want to like do the whole MCU thing, so they had to recast it and put Mark Ruffalo in it.
Which is a way better casting in the first place.
I know. It came down between him and Edward Norton for the 2008 Incredible Hulk. They chose Edward Norton.
It could have been so much better.
I don't know if Google's a reliable source 80% of the time, like we've already discussed. So, Um, yeah. What else about Ant-Man does it say? It says Hank Pym discovers Pym particles. These allow him to shrink to ant size or even smaller, or grow to enormous heights. This serum can be taken as a pill or breathed in as a gas. What else? It says Hank Pym's arch nemesis. Hank's enemy, named Egghead, frames him for stealing nuclear secrets. Egghead and the Masters of Evil then break him out during the trial, making things look even worse for Hank. Look at Egghead. You can see.
Oh, he literally has an egg for a head.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Dr. Nefario from Despicable Me.
Yeah.
Dr. Nefario.
And his name reminds me of Sonic.
Yeah. Because you have Egghead. And then they put Jim Carrey in it as Egghead. Or is it Dr.
Eggman.
Eggman.
It's Dr. Robotnik, nicknamed Eggman.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Hank and Ultron eventually merge. Hank realizes what he has become and seemingly just dies. Months later, he's back wearing an Ultron armor because Ultron had saved him. Huh. Interesting. It kind of is like Superman, because Superman dies and then he comes back to life.
Yeah.
Tons of other superheroes. I feel like when they're dead, just keep them dead.
Yeah, it's just people try and revive them so future writers can have more creativity with them if they need it.
Yeah. Flip the page. Now there's the Wasp. So when Hank Pym becomes Yellow Jacket and gives Janet the Power Prism, and it takes control of her mind. So the Power Prism, that's the Power Stone. They're just.
Oh, okay.
I learned that because I have the Infinity Gauntlet comics. So, and that's based off of Infinity War, or Infinity War is based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the Power Prism, and it takes control of her mind. The gem is really a scientific being with the power to manipulate energy. Dun, dun, dun. What else? So her real name is Janet Van Dyne, that's who Michelle Pfeiffer plays in Ant-Man. So yeah. Her strengths are changing size, superhuman speed, flight, bioelectric blast. Her weaknesses are shrinking too small could trap her in the microverse, which happened.
No kidding. Yeah, that was the whole Ant-Man 2. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Tell me more. Thanks to Pym particles, Wasp can grow and shrink at will, just like Ant-Man. Wasp's insect-like wings sprout when she shrinks below normal size, and they are absorbed by her body as she grows. She can also emit bioelectric blast, wasp stings, from her hands to stun opponents. So that's different than the movies, because all these Marvel movies, they're more scientific based, and so like all the superheroes get their powers from their suits. To where this, it says like her wings grow out of their body.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of the X-Men known as Angel, because he could do that too.
Yeah, I thought it was Archangel.
Oh, whatever. Angel, Archangel. Because he was also in. Let me see if I can switch this. No. Just back glare in my room. Archangel, he was in one of the X-Men movies. I think it's the same one, First Class, that they introduced him in.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they like injected some serum into his spine, and then he could grow wings. What else? How does Scott Lang become Ant-Man? Okay, so here's Scott Lang. Scott Lang steals the old suit of the original Ant-Man inventor Hank Pym. Scott also steals Hank's Pym particles formula to shrink to ant size in order to provide for his younger daughter. So that's
If Marvel movies had all accurate.
Yeah, that's Marvel movies for sure. Scott Lang can shrink himself down and enter the Human Torch's bloodstream in order to destroy a controlling device inside the Human Torch's head. The android cells briefly give Scott the power to project and control flames in order for the Human Torch to survive. So that happened in the comics. Question: why does Scott become Ant-Man? Answer: Scott's young daughter Cassie needs heart operation, but the surgeon has been kidnapped. Desperate measures are called for. So that's different than the Marvel movie. Because even though both the comic and the movie he was in jail, it seems this time he steals. In the comics, he steals it for his daughter, but then in the movies, he steals it to help his friends, if I remember right. So that's different. What else? Scott's daughter Cassie follows her father into the hero business as the size-changing, stature, but is killed by a super-powered Doctor Doom. And I think Cassie's gonna be in Ant-Man 3 and actually have her powers then.
That's cool.
But I wonder if Marvel brings in Doctor Doom, if they'll have Doom kill her during like Avengers 6 or whatever.
That would be awful.
That would. Just evil. Okay, oh good, we got one more page and then we could stop. So top 5. Oh no, wait. Okay, so this looks like Hawkeye. I'll show you. You can see I got bad glare right now. There's Hawkeye.
What up, Clint?
So, and then let's see. His real name is Clinton Francis Barton. His strengths are master archer, expert marksman, and martial artist. He uses custom-made bow. He can use a custom-made bow and a trick arrow for every situation. His allies are Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America, and Mockingbird. And he claims to never miss a target. That's kind of like Will Smith's character in Suicide Squad.
Deadshot.
Yeah, because he says he can't miss either. So I wonder if you put them in a battle to the death, if one of them will miss.
I don't think so. I think it'd be the first to shoot wins, I guess.
Hawkeye is a mainstay of the Avengers, but he has a chip on his shoulder bigger than the Hulk. He has no superpowers, so what can he do? Earth's mightiest heroes wouldn't be the same, though, without the purple-clad sharpshooter's wit and ace archery skills. Clint's brother Barney is content being a small-time hustler until Baron Zemo, and Baron Zemo, he was in
Avengers, Age of Ultron. No, he was in Civil War. You're right.
Yeah, because he's like the guy who tore the Avengers apart.
Yeah, he was so much different in the movies than he was in like the animated shows.
Yeah, because in the animated shows, he's got like a purple mask and he's like a head.
Yeah, he's got swords and stuff.
And he's like pretty badass. And then in the movie, they made him like a tech wizard of Hydra. So, yeah. Okay, so Baron Zemo manipulates Hawkeye's brother into becoming the villain Trickshot. He joins the Dark Avengers, but villainy does not work out so well. He shows up on Clint's doorstep seeking forgiveness and a few bucks. So that's interesting. I didn't know that he had a brother. And then I believe Hawkeye's first movie was Thor, the first Thor. And then I know Black Widow's movie was Iron Man 2. And I didn't realize this, but Marvel wanted Emily Blunt as Black Widow.
Oh, really? Emily Blunt would have been a good Black Widow too.
Yeah, but I think they want her to be Mrs. Fantastic.
I like that better than.
Yeah.
What if they made Emily Blunt Mrs. Fantastic and John Krasinski Mr. Fantastic?
I know. That'd be amazing.
That is a world I want to live in.
Somebody made a deep fake of John Krasinski as Captain America because he auditioned for the role of Captain America.
He auditioned for Captain America. I would have liked him way better as Captain America than Chris Evans.
I don't know. It seemed weird because, like, I don't think he had the face for Captain America.
That's true.
Because I don't know, man. It's just looking at it might have just been the deep fake, but when I was watching the deep fake video of him as Captain America, it just didn't seem like Captain America. It was
that
weird.
Makes sense.
But
he could do Mr. Fantastic just fine.
Yeah, and
you don't have to be blonde hair, blue eyes to be Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, because like he's got dark hair, and like even in like the comics that come out today, he's like older, so he's got a beard and he's got gray hair. Mr. Fantastic.
I like it.
Shoot, what was I gonna say? Who's the bad guy in The Mandalorian? That actor.
The black dude with the fro.
Yeah. So that guy.
Let me Google it.
That guy wants to be in a Marvel. I think that guy wants to be Doctor Doom, actually. And I think he would be a pretty good Doctor Doom. But they were saying one of the YouTube channels that I follow says that he could be he could be King the Conqueror, which is Mr. Fantastic's grandchild. And then they said that they could have the Star Wars guy be Mr. Fantastic. John, whoever was the Star Wars.
I just found the guy's name was Moff Gideon. So let's figure out what his actor name is.
What's his real name?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay, so yeah, he wants to be in the Marvel universe, and then one of the YouTube channels that I follow, there's been reports of him wanting to be King the Conqueror, and King the Conqueror is Mr. Fantastic's grandson.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Then they're saying that if he's King the Conqueror, then they could have the Star Wars guy, the Stormtrooper from the new Star Wars that played Finn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic. I don't know if that's true. That's just what YouTube tells me.
Yeah, it would be a good tie between Star Wars and Marvel, too. Plus, they're both owned by Disney, so.
Yeah. All right. We are at 48 minutes. We should wrap this up because we got to write debates, and that's fine because next up is the God of Thunder. So I'll hit you
Lord
with
of Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder Fingers, what's his name? God of Sparks.
Sparkle Fingers.
Sparkle Fingers, that's right.
Yeah. I'll hit you with some more facts and then give your opinion and you can go. Did you know that there are 122 types of arrows that Hawkeye uses? And it's tough for him to keep count. That's a lot of different arrows.
Does he keep all 122 in his quiver?
I don't know. It does not say. Maybe. What else? He has an identity crisis. Clint gets fed up with not having superpowers, So he doses himself with Pym particles and grows to giant proportions, becoming the superhero known as Goliath. It doesn't last, though. Clint realizes you don't need powers to be a hero. That's like, I kind of like heroes that don't have powers.
Yeah, like
More
Tony.
like that do, because
Bruce
like
Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, Steve Rogers, Iron Man.
Steve
Even though-
Rogers has powers.
Okay,
He's superhuman.
okay, fine. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave off, so that way we could start Thor on next Tuesday. Any final thoughts?
I didn't know who 2 of the 3 of the most powerful beings in the universe were, but now I do. And next time I get asked what's the most powerful being in the universe, I'm going to know.
Yes, it's Jesus. Be like, oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Next week we will be doing Thor, and we put up a video yesterday, so there won't be a new video coming out this Saturday, but we'll get one up and posted for next Saturday. So not this upcoming, but the following. That's all I have. Logan, thanks for joining me. I enjoyed it. Good to see you.
Again, thanks for having me.
Like I said, we're going to continue reading this book every Tuesday. So if you got friends or family that might want to join in, give them our YouTube link and have them subscribe. And
sub the boxes of comments and also sub the PewDiePie so he doesn't lose to Cocomelon.
There you go. Okay. I'll see you later. Thank you.
Bye.